Hi, this is B here. This is the patch notes for 3.22. Going to be interesting to see what changes within PoE and what does that mean for the build I want to start with. Most likely, I'm going to start with the Deadeye Icicle Miner for the sole reason that I think it's like super easy to start with. Not for any other reason. I think nowadays I'm not keen to like take too much risk with builds and start with something that requires a bit more theory crafting. I'll probably just start with something I already know. That being said, I might change my mind right before the league start, depending on what I see. But yeah, let's go. It says the challenge league. Okay, whatever the challenge league is. This is auto chess, isn't it? Yeah, it's auto chess, whatever. Okay, so that being said, let's move on. Let's look at the support gems. Okay, Ignite. Sounds like pretty meh. Sounds pretty meh. This is interesting, but limited to axes, maces, scepters, or staves. This would probably have been cool if it ran with, if you could do that with Molten Strike, with Vengeance, but I think Vengeance has been removed, so I don't know. We'll see. There might be some interesting applications for this, but for now, I'll just say that there's not much you can do, I think. Has to be a strike skill, right? Yeah. Anyway, okay, next. Attack skills. This is interesting for bleed, I think. Ignite, bleed would be cool. But then again, I'm pretty sure Ignite slams are still gutted because they don't have access to that jewel anymore. The one that gives them more burning damage. So yep. This sounds interesting, I guess. Depends on what scales the mortar damage. Yeah, well, it depends on what his skills are for it. So anyway, our skill that creates. Our skill that creates. So our skills are no merits, but you can't blessing skills. So your minions creating auras, I suppose. We'll have to see what this does when it works with skitterbots, I think. Yeah, we'll have to see what this does when it works with skitterbots. I'm not sure if skitterbots can take damage. Pretty sure they can't, but if they can, then this is going to be pretty interesting. So this is worth checking out when the league starts. Let's move on. This is cool for Icicle Mine, I guess. Nimbus has too many conditions on the projectile return, and Vengeance Cascade never worked with this. So if this works with Icicle Mine, it's a 30% damage increase depending on the multiplier. I think 30% was the multiplier at level 1. If the return damage is not reduced significantly at a high level gem, then it might just even be like a 80% to 100% more damage multiplier. We'll have to see. We'll also have to see if it works with Deadeye chains, right? So we'll see the order of the return process. But yeah, I think this is cool. This is worth investigating as well when the league starts. Alright, sadism supports any skill that hits enemies, causing damage faster. Okay, poison. This is for probably poison, getting the increased damage on your first poison and then exhausting that poison, etc. Flame Blast is probably going to be pretty cool with this. Anyway, let's move on. Locust Mine support attack skills that use bows at once and fires projectiles at hit. This is really cool, I think, because this is going to be either as a trigger, right? They use that skill for you. Well, it doesn't say trigger, but I assume it's a trigger. Probably works with Sabo and Deadeye. I can, like, if I do Deadeye Icicle Mines, I always transition to something that uses this Can do a wander, can do a bow build as well. That's all late game access, right? Because having a high damage wand or high damage bow is just dependent on whether the gear you have is like really good. Link skills, I'm pretty sure even with the buff the Guardian, link skills are garbage. It's just too clunky to use, right? Added a new intelligence support gem, fresh meat support skills. Create minions created by support skills gain weaken fury and adrenaline for 10% duration. Not the max mana. Okay, well, I think this is just for minion builds that like to cast their minions all the time. So maybe what was that? No, actually it doesn't work with that one because the duration of that minion's really low. Yeah, anyway, might be interesting. Worth investigating if you like playing minions. I'm not playing minions or whatever. Sacrifice support skills spell gems that deal damage with hits and have no reservation. This spell sacrifices a percentage of your current life to gain additional chaos damage based on how much life was sacrificed. You cannot support orb skills, brand skills, challenge skills, or val skills, or skills used by travel mines. Okay, yeah. Pretty interesting with a Wrathpit, I guess setup. A Wrathpit setup with self-cast. Obviously not mines, but because it says sacrifice a percentage of your current life, so you can't sacrifice. Once you use Wrathpit setup, you can't really sacrifice below 1, I think. And depending on how much life you sacrifice. So if you can constantly gain life and then just use that, I mean, it really depends. And this is worth investigating, but I'm pretty sure there's very limited use cases for this. But yeah. Spellblade support skills, spells that hit enemies, causing them to have added spell damage equal to a percentage of damage will be equipped to one-handed melee weapons. Rebuke of the Vow, obviously. With 2 weapons are equipped, each contributes 60% as much added damage. Okay, so if you have double Rebuke of the Vow, that'll be pretty cool. Lose a shield though. Cannot modify the skills on minions. Worth investigating, but I think very limited use case for this. Support spells also assumes that you can do that with mines. So I mean, I'll give an example. You can use White Wind and a mine skill and Spellblade, I assume, that hit enemies. No mention of triggers here. You got a lot of flat cold from White Wind, right? If you have nothing on your offhand, you get a lot of suppression as well. So just saying, quite possible you could use that. Yeah. Added a new intelligence dexterity support gem. Devour supports any skills that hit enemies. Killing blows from support skills consume corpses. Okay, this is meh. Added 15 new unique items, including one designed by the winner of the Crucible boss kill event. Okay, they don't tell us this yet, so they'll probably release this over time. This might lead to some build enabling stuff, so we'll just wait out for that and maybe do another video. Okay, all this added stuff, no point hypothesizing about this. You pick the cards, you pick the activity you want to do, and then you just optimize around whatever new passives there are. You don't specifically look at a new passive like, oh, this is gonna make me a lot of money and I'm gonna play that. It's like such a boring way of playing PoE. Anyway, let's skip. Forbidden Sanctum, cool. Divinia and Aria Dogs, Act 10. Maximum area level. Forbidden Tomes, which are tradable items found in endgame. Entire floor, okay. Forbidden Sanctum being back, great. Some of the changes here, like primary defense is not have an effect. I mean, this sounds really stupid to me, but we'll see how the execution is. Anyway. Trying to have more life and deal significantly more, slightly more red of damage. So that means not much of a difficulty increase, unless you know they increase the boss difficulty by quite a bit. Then yeah. Okay, let's move on. Rebalance boons and afflictions. Okay. I would want to play Sanctum again, to be honest. So like, Deadeye Miner is going to do pretty well in Sanctum, and so you know. I think it just lines up for me, so I'll probably Deadeye Miner and then I'll do this. Other changes, okay, not important. Whatever maps there are available, you play whatever it is. Okay. Wait, unique maps are no longer offered as a mission. When we're rolling correct mission, we're not explorers. What? Okay, that is enough. It's a bit unfortunate. You used this to get map completion. Now you can't, so that's a bit sad. Whatever. Let's move on. Oh yeah, it's also because you get what is it? Paradise? What's it called? Shit, all the names kind of eluding me. But yeah, the EXP map. You use explorers to reroll that as well. So yeah, whatever. That's pretty sad. Anyway, let's move on. Personally, I mean, these are whatever it is. You will look at it, the passive tree at the when you hit maps, and then you figure out. Refunding is not a problem. Respecting your tree is not a problem. So whatever. The domain of time complex has a minimum area of 80. Specific timeless emblems and random emblems no longer provide additional area. Ooh, is this a nerf to 5 ways? Might be. Yeah, additional area levels are now added based on number emblems used. Oh, okay. Oh well, that's not really enough, isn't it? During time then the increase the area level by 0.5, meaning with 5 emblems, the maximum area level is 84. Okay. But that is a slight nerf, isn't it? You have to have your unrelenting timeless. So this is going to fuel farming for timeless emblems more, I guess. So yeah. Oh, the 20% increase experience gain for each timeless emblem has been removed. Okay, yeah, it's enough. It's enough to 5 ways. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Now adds 10% increased, previously 20, and now stated that. Okay, well, yeah, that's enough. Now adds 15% more monster life, and now adds 10% increased monster damage. I think 5 ways is still viable. It'll be less popular. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, balance of delirium. Ascendancy changes. I don't quite care for whatever. On the bright side, look at this. Ascendant now has unaffected by ignite access. You know what this means? Self-ignite ascendants. Yeah, ascendant is like a thing, right? If you want to play it. Alright, let's move on. All these are not important, I think. Can kind of skip. But the Cascade nerf, expected, unfortunate, whatever. Sag for all the Molten Strike builds. Right, Timeless Jewel, Bucky's done. Nimbus is gonna get popular again for that reason, by the way. People just go back. No, actually, Nimbus has been nerfed right last league, so yeah, no, actually, nah. But all the Nimbus type builds, I think, might be buffed again. Would it? Because you can do like Creeping Frost, and then you do the return thing with the new passive, with the new support gem. So yeah, you can do that return thing with like Creeping Frost. With Fireball and Creeping Frost, did they get nerfed? The base skill itself got nerfed, right? I don't know. I have to check. Anyway, I have to check. I'm not sure. Let's move on. Attack with both weapons, dealing damage or both one hit. Okay, well, we'll do 75% each damage combined at all gem levels. Okay. This is pretty cool. Unseen Strike triggered by Hidden Blade Unique Dagger no longer has a cooldown of 0.5. Means every time you face, whether or not it is more or less than 0.5, you're gonna spawn Unseen Strike daggers. Rather, you can call it shurikens. Anyway, so the prop, it's now removed. The prop ICD is removed, I would assume, based on what they're describing here. And that means Hidden Blade builds might work, right? I'm pretty keen to test it out. Deadeye is a good class for Hidden Blade builds, so we'll see. Item balance. Okay. Delph. Fire Rush, shields, left, whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. These are Ruthless physical changes. Will not be playing Ruthless. I mean, I won't be playing Ruthless, eh? I'm not gonna give myself a tough time. Alright. Okay, good. So, first things first. No Heatshiver nerfed. Everything for Deadeye Icicle Miner has kind of stayed the same. With the exception of maybe a support gem that might work for it. Like 2 support gems I would look forward to using or testing that might work for it, and that is let's go back here. Okay, 3 support gems. Spell Blade might be a good initial scaling support gem, so we have to test that out, because if you get flat damage from, let's say, a White Wind, that might be cool. All the White Winds tend to be more expensive, so I don't think this is a viable alternative. You also gain too much flat off levels, which you can get from March of Legion. I'm expecting March of Legion nerf, to be frank, but we'll see. Right, I mean to say that I think March of Legion will get rarer in this current patch. That's probably a stuff nerf. They want to talk about it anyway. We'll figure it out as it comes. And yeah. What else? The return one, what's it called? Okay, so Guardian Blessing, we have to see if that works with Skitterbots. If it doesn't work with Skitterbots, what does it work with? Because there are lots of minions that there are a lot of minions that can, like, let me take a percentage of maximum life as physical damage per second while you have an aura from a supporter skill. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, this might be useful. You might be able to keep up the get minion uptime on this, and still have like permanent auras. So, just saying, quite possible. Okay, let's go to the other one. What was it? Oh, okay, sorry. Returning projectile support, projectile skills. This will probably. I'm hoping it works with Icicle Mines, but my guess is that it will. So this will be really cool. Eye of Winter Miner might also be pretty cool. We'll see. I'm not too sure. I have to double check. But yeah, those are the stuff I want to test with this. With the Deadeye Icicle. It could also run like a bunch of other combinations of variations of skills. Anyway, so with that, yeah, Deadeye Icicle Miner should be good to go next league. The way you scale it might be different depending on the rarity of some of the uniques you needed from last league. That is Heatshiver, March of Legion, that sort of thing, Wrathpith, or even the Charlotte Lightless. So we have to make adjustments as we go. And most of the passive trees stay the same. And only like Guardian and Chieftain really got huge changes. Yeah. Well, see you guys next league, and bye. I'm out.